their national team. You know, club football will start from tomorrow. We'll move back to club football till November again. We'll have another international break in November, where we have already told you that Nigeria will be playing that playoff World Cup, African World Cup playoff in Morocco, where we'll play Gabon in the first round of that game, in the semi-final, then the final. If we win that semi-final, I think, for me personally, I think that our own tough for us to reach the World Cup final, the toughest opponent are from Africa. Once we survive Africa, and we go to all those small countries where I don't even know their name.
It's not small country.
Come on now. How many of those countries that you know that can play football?
Bolivia.
Well, apart from Bolivia, now Bolivia is good.
Whenever they have others now, they qualify first. But that new Calais.
We catch that one. Okay, but let's see what happens. We're going to talk about NPFL a little bit, because KANO Pillars have been fined for crowd troubles. You know, the last game that they played against, the last game they played at home, the fans attacked the Shooting Stars players, attacked referee, and they have been fined again. At some point in there, I don't know what happens with KANO Pillars, especially KANO Pillars. I don't know how they can control their fans. They keep attacking when they are losing. They keep attacking players, attacking referees. Now, whose fault is this? NPFL need to improve, because this is bad marketing. Imagine a sponsor looking out to sponsor the NPFL and see these kind of things keep happening, and the NPFL need to fix it. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today we'll talk a little bit of Super Eagles, international players that played, and NPFL because of what happened in KANO Pillars. Good morning, Nonso. How are you?
Good morning, Godwin. Interesting week of football rest, because now you enjoy the rest of all that comes with the international break. But again, football is football. We just have to wake up every morning to talk about everything happening around football, and it's good to be here on the show. And I hope we get justice for the KANO Pillars pitch invasion, because the price they're putting on it, it does satisfy me.
Good morning, John.
Yes, good morning, Godwin. It's 9.5 million, 3 points, and then 3 goal deduction for violence against the referee and the Shooting Star players. I think this type of action is unquestionably terrible, and it needs to stop in the NPFL. Otherwise, we are not going to make any headway. Thank you.
Yeah, we're not going to make any headway. It's sad what happened in that KANO Pillars game. We'll talk about that generally at NPFL. Nobody's supposed to talk about it tomorrow, but probably talk about it today because of what happened with the KANO Pillars, because we need to improve. We're talking about us improving. Probably our thinking, probably we have passed this stage in our existence. We're talking about, we have seen games everywhere around Europe that decision go against you. Then, but everybody will just keep quiet and probably petition after the game. But attacking the opposition player, now them do you. Now them be the organization that is organizing the league. But it's a sad thing. But let's start with that. The NPFL, what happened in KANO Pillars? If you look at the fine that they gave them, as John has already mentioned, is 9.5 million, and point deduction for the troubles. But if you look at it in general, KANO Pillars is not the first time they are doing this thing. They have been fined. I think almost 1 or 2 years they were banned from playing in their own stadium.
Yes.
At some point they were play their matches behind closed doors. I think that should be the ultimate punishment.
So I don't know why this thing keep happening, especially with KANO Pillars.
I think it's very sad. Let's not just focus on what happened in this game, because it's a pattern of it's becoming a pattern now. If you saw what happened, it was the linesman waving the referee that this is offside because of the positioning of the defensive line of the Shooting Star players. The player was literally offside. The offside was blown, and then it was called out that it was offside. And before you know what happened, we saw the fans coming down from the stands invading the pitch. You saw the players off the benches also invading the pitch. Everybody was gunning for the referee and the Shooting Star players. Like,
I saw the video. It was terrible.
It was terrible. Like, how do we condescend to this level in the NPFL that this thing becomes a norm? One of the reasons why I'm actually triggered by this news is because these guys are serial offenders. If you put together the cumulative charges over the last decade, it's more than 36 million naira. So it's totally uncalled for, and we need to see club games that should be played at home moved away. Let them learn their lesson.
Okay, if you look at the fines in this particular incident, as a part of punishment, the NPFL has deducted 3 points and 3 goals from KANO Pillars. They
Mhm.
imposed a fine of totaling of 9.5 million, ordered the indefinite closure of the Sani Abacha Stadium. So that stadium has been closed indefinitely. The club must now play its home game in Katsina for at least 10 games or until the league is satisfied with the security measures. Okay, if you look at it, I don't even think it's a.
How will you be satisfied with
Na 9 points. Na 9 points is supposed to be
no,
for this
3 points. Now 1 game.
9 points. It should be 9 points because this is a serial offender and they are doing this thing with impunity because they know that they are playing at home, and of course you cannot outnumber the fans. If they travel the way and every away club they travel to treat their players this way, would they be okay with that behavior? And then secondly, I believe that they should at least measure out stiffer sanctions on them because they are repeat offenders.
That's the thing. But generally, I think this of it for
3
me is
points and 3 goals is okay. 9 million, I said before that you know go pass 5 million. At least they carry and go 9 million in total when they calculate
9.5.
You know, 9.5, 9 million in total when they calculate everything. But again, I was saying 5 million is okay and all of that. But again, I feel like it's 5 million to the referee, to the match commissioner, and extra 10 or 15 million to some totaling a total of 20 million for this offense. By the time you don't pay a first time, pay a second time, now you go tell your fans with your hand, may they no come stadium come fight again. Now you go tell your fans with your hand. Because again, you look at the Caterpillar style, like John has said, serial offenders, and every time they do it. Last year they did it. I think there was a time they did it.
They did 2024.
They did it that's what I'm saying. Last year they did it before then. Then at some point between 2022 and 2023, there was a stop to it. Because then the offense was you offend, you pay 5 million this, you pay 7 million this, you play your games behind closed door till the end of the season. Now you play your games behind closed door, you're not getting money from ticket sales. That's one, which means nobody's coming to see the shirt sponsors. And that's how the shirt sponsors make their money. Okay, this person is sponsoring this shirt. Let's see if we can patronize them and see how they tend. But again, nobody's patronizing the shirt sponsors. Nobody's seeing their games on national TV. So it becomes a kind of stop for them to advertise, for them to put themselves out there. Now sponsors will not come around. Now when you start losing sponsors or shirt sponsors, and you start losing money via ticket, and you start losing money via television rights, definitely you're going to call your fans too. And again, this one they are saying for the foreseeable future they will play in Katsina. Katsina too near. Katsina is like the nearby.
One minute they carry them.
They can go far.
They can't travel like that.
No, you get to go away from away. Not be Ukraine, they play for Poland now. Carry them go. If you carry them go south, Benue. If far like that, you carry them. But again, Benue team, their teams are playing in Enugu. Lobby Star is playing in Enugu. So you carry them somewhere far away from home. Katsina is like the 2-3 states nearby. You carry them far away from home. Then they'll know that they are playing almost all their games away from home.
See,
that way, then when you now tell them, okay, it's fine, you can go back home and start playing. Until the end of the season,
they have been doing this thing before.
Since 2019.
Now they tell you,
since 2019 to this year, that's 7 years and 36.75 million paid. Still, it persists. I'm saying that the fines are not enough. We should see stiffer point deduction. If they deduct you 20 points, your eye will open.
20 points.
Yes. If they deduct you 20 points, your eye will open. That's one. Secondly, that stadium does not have protective railing. And FIFA, NFF has been, the NPFL has been petitioning that they put those things in place. And that's why their fine this time around was this huge, because there's a breakdown of what they should put in place to ensure that the fans cannot easily rush down into the stadium. But it's ground up there all over again.
For me, it's even easy. You can put those nets.
Yes, that's what I'm talking
nets
about.
that used to cover the stadium. Some clubs.
You've seen it at the Signal Iduna Park. That it surrounds the stadium.
Yes.
You also see it at some other stadiums. And then, even if you are not going to put from the ground up to the top, at least the first casing or the first decking, they should have that thing around the stadium. So before you climb that thing and jump down, you will know what's up.
You know, say, if you talk about before you climb, all these small sports arenas so they get around Enugu, get out. You cannot run into the field without somebody opening the gate for you.
Thank you.
It's just like that. You get, and their security personnel in key positions.
Yeah, that's part of the thing that they find them, but they
security personnel in key positions.
Personnel.
So I'm just saying the lack of personnel in that stadium is one of the issues they are suffering. That's one. Then two, the crowd they are allowed to enter the stadium. There should be a cap to it. you've been taking about the stadium is about 10,000 capacity, and every time you are selling out, it's almost full every season. Every time there's a home game, bro. Now you have to reduce it. Reduce to 2,000 capacity, 500 for the away fans, 1,500 for the home fans, possibly. But now I'm just saying, in all this, after playing your 10 games in Castina, the next 4 or the next 2 seasons, the end of this season and the end of next season, all your games should be played behind closed doors.
Well, it's going to be very, very, very interesting how they are going to fare. I don't know why they keep it happening. It happened 2023, 2023, happened in 2024. They keep finding them every single time, and they keep repeating. I don't want to call that people, so there's something wrong with that people, but cannot be that. You know, when you do something and do it and do it and do it, it becomes like
you win away.
I don't even understand.
The worst part is you win away games. You're winning away games. Even when the referee is biased, you see that you're seeing referees biased and you're winning in that referee's bias, you're happy. The fans is rejoicing. You're coming home just like Anugbure just like, come on, it's like, we go there, we beat them, we do this one, we do this one.
They beat us here at
Enugu 4-3 now last season. We did not invade. Now you're going away, and most of the decisions the referee made was against us. We did not invade. Nobody caused any problem. Now you go. Now we say you even lose.
They just
you
say
play draw 1-1.
It's somehow.
It's crazy, man.
They need to. I think the NPFL and the LMC and every other person that is involved with the NPFL needs to look into this.
I think if it happens,
it's high time you just say, okay, fine. Since you've been doing this for a very long time, you cannot be playing the professional league because it's called the Nigeria Professional Football League. And if you're unprofessional, you cannot play the football league.
That's what I mean. They got 20 points. Let them.
Even
let
if
them
it's not 20 points, and they become the Everton of, and they overturn the 20 points by playing on the pitch, and they get all the wins they need to get. They still be in the league. So it's just simple. At the end of the season, no matter where your points is, no matter how many points you get at the end of the season, you relegate. You cannot relegate mid-season. But at the end of this season, it's open for this. It's open for debate. But 2 decisions can go right. This one that NFF just gave, they just gave. It knows with everybody. Everybody knows it's uncomfortable because 9 million they go pay. Next month,
their guy, what's his name, Musa. Musa is
he get him. One player get him,
money there,
and he still get investment for Russia. So one player get him, so they go pay him.
Musa is their general manager now, even though he came out to apologize for all those things, but it's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough. They need to just do something about it.
I'm just saying that at the end of this season, they relegate the KANO Pillars, and they play their game in the NNO behind closed doors. It's as simple as that. So if they manage to qualify from, or they come back, get promoted back into the NPFL after playing more games, because NNO now you go play your 38 games finish, come play Super 8, come find who go get. So after playing all those much games, you come back to the NPFL. If you come back the next season to the NPFL, you come back to the NPFL, your brain will reset automatically.
Okay, let's see what happens with all those things. How it's going to fare. They are going to KANO Pillars is going to play in Casina for the next 10 games, or until they feel that they can come back. But I think they shouldn't come back this year.
They shouldn't come back.
And I think they should relegate. But if they relegate them for next season and they play next season, and if they relegate them and ban their fans from entering that field for one whole season,
behind closed doors, and
then everybody will just sit up. Okay, other news, and in NPFL, the NFF have banned some referees for poor officiating in the recent matches of the NPFL. You know, we talk about generally about the NPFL. They are also even finding now for ball boys wasting time. They find ball boys they will fine you 1 million if you have a ball boy in the field and they seize the ball. They don't want to miss the ball immediately.
Look at how it is in the Premier League. There are balls
positioned all around the pitch.
So no matter how you take kick ball, maybe ball go find ball, come out. Just go there, pick one ball. Go there, pick one ball, continue your play.
Saves everybody time.
I think this was one of the things the EPL looked at and said, see, we don't want ball boys handing the ball over to players anymore. So there should be balls in place. There should be more.
They have ball boys too, but what
they have ball boys.
Just put the ball in.
That's what I'm saying. I said that's what I said. They stopped restricted ball boys handing the ball
over
to the players. So just go there, pick the ball. Ball boys can do their job. Their work is to go and pick up
the ball and drop
it back where it's supposed to be. Because Mourinho used Tottenham Hotspur. Remember that incident?
That
the ball boy.
Yes.
Remember, and again, many of them like that. So it's easier to just go drop the ball. If you want a fast play, you go there, rush and take your ball and continue. Or
So,
you do it yourself and collect your yellow card for slowing the game down. So it's
For
easier
real,
that way.
man.
But again, the ball boy should go. There should be more, because I feel like this is one of the things where you talk about the NPFL. The amount of ball.
do you have an amount of ball in one stadium?
Now they talk. No, God, why you cut me now? Why you the amount of ball we'll get for a match should be like 7. And at some point, you look NPFL or you look EPL, it looks like 15, 20 ball per field. But for NPFL, it feel like 3 or 4. And that 3 or 4 is okay.
There is a budget for balls in the NPFL. I
But
want
it
to
no reach.
know.
It no reach.
It reach.
God, don't worry, no reach.
There should be. Please increase the budget. If we are increasing budget for all these other frivolous activities, we should at least increase budget for the needful. Let's get at least 8 balls.
Okay, let's see. Now they are going to find, for time wasting, if your ball boy keeps the ball. If it's supposed to lose the ball and keeps the ball. So referees have been banned, especially the referee that refereed the game against KANO Pillars and Shooting Stars have been banned for a game for the problem they caused, that they made a mistake in that game. I know they are probably going to find somebody that will
It's fine.
so, but
it's crazy, man.
Tuta and it was the referee in that game, but and Jaffet was a referee in that game. Both of them has been banned for one game for the whole incident that happened in KANO Pillars and Shooting Stars. So, but generally now the NPFL, have you seen us improve? Do you think we have improved as a league generally? Now, if you look at it in this match day 8, right? We just finished match day 8. What is the improvement have you seen from last season?
The improvement is you cannot see one person come and dominate the league.
Yeah.
It's also an improvement. And see the most stars now. We are there in the table now.
Yeah, they are struggling
not in
this
the top
season.
4.
True talk.
Rangers won the league. KANO Pillars that is doing this thing now.
And relegation, they are fighting
relegation. They are fighting relegation. Rivers United is the only team that has won the league and are still somewhere around the top 3. Rivers United. And at some point, and Enyimba also. And at some point, this area warrior that is building to get this trophy now. Once they get this trophy now, they'll go back to where they used to be. Top half, not top 6 or the top 4. But again, that's the level of improvement we've seen in the NPFL. And again, the only thing we've seen improve in the NPFL so far is the level of media presence in each game. Before you see this KANO Pillars incident, it's maybe after a month plus. You just hear it on the radio and see it on the newspaper headline. But you see incident, you see the visuals everywhere circulating online. You see the visuals, you see the incident, and you be like, okay, fine. You can have an aspect of where to judge from. It's not that it's no longer hearsay. So the media presence in each game has improved over the past 4 years. I'll give you that. And again, the style of play has improved. You can go away and win your games and play. There's not every time you have a home game and you say home must win. Yes, we've seen Rangers lose shamefully at home this season. They've lost about 2 or 3 games at home. So they've lost about 2 games at home so far this season. You've seen KANO Pillars as well lose at home. So big names are losing at home. You saw last week Abia Warriors were winning their games away from home. So it's one of those things that happen in the NPFL that we've said, okay, fine, this is an aspect to it. But again, in general, officiating, you will not come and tell me there is no bad officiating. There is bad officiating everywhere, even in La Liga. So officiating error will continue to happen.
Even the referee Dancer United and Rangers International has been banned for giving an unjustified penalty in that game. So there are a whole lot of issues. But let's see. But John, generally, do you see that we have improved as a league?
Yeah, I think that we are not getting it right, basically. And I don't want to come here and just say improvement because we want to say improvement. Are we seeing better regulations? Are we seeing better sponsorships? Are we seeing better organization? Let's not even forget about sponsorship, because nobody is going to come and sponsor a tattered house. Nobody is going to come and sponsor a disorganized unit. We need to see improvement in the way we organize our games. I don't know why we keep setting ourselves up for, let me not call it failure now, but whatever we get, we collect. How do we have a game and there are no security present? If you remember, enough security presence, 1. 2, enough what would I call it now? The officiating now. We should have 2 linesmen, 1 referee, and assistant, and then we should have other people in place that should be able to help them do their job. That's what. Let's not even talk about technology, because there is we
If you
don't
look at
even
it, they're
have
always former.
we don't have goal line technology.
They're always
We
former
don't have
match officials.
video assistant referee.
Mm.
Then secondly, now even the linesmen now that should do the basics, because this whole thing descended after that ruling on offside because it was a goal scoring opportunity. We do not have. We need to have credible people on that lines that are going to do the job.
So
It's
training.
not where you are coming to a ground you not give, because normally fans will not be provoked if there's no form of injustice. One. Secondly, if they feel that they are not getting what they should be getting in that game, they are going to start making their emotions known. But then how you manage the game, it matters too. How you manage the game. So if your linesman sees a clear-cut offside and does not blow it, or blows or gets a wrong decision, it impacts on the sentiment of the crowd too.
You know that's why they brought in VAR, because even before the VAR, you could see even in Europe with all their trainings, you see referees get it wrong sometimes because they are still human beings. But generally, if you talk about everything that moved to technology, because we cannot do technology except we get sponsors.
We can do technology. There is a budget for the NPFL. They are sponsors of the league. So we have the money. If we are not too busy doing one or two things with the money that we shouldn't be doing with the money, we should have the finance to be able to get VAR. We know the amount of games that are going to happen per weekend.
Build better. Let me say stadium now long shot.
Stadium na state infrastructure, club infrastructure.
Stadium na long shot. Build better training center first. I'm not saying the improvements we've seen in the NPFL is that huge. You only say there's no improvement, but if you look at it gradually, from 2019 I started to follow. I know started to follow NPFL from the old age. From 2019 I don't start to follow NPFL till now. I can tell you that at least, if I'm not saying the improvement has been 30% or 40%, there's still like 15% improvement.
It's like 4% improvement if we are honest
if you
with
look
ourselves.
At it, the way I've seen it, because there was a time where you see the NPFL every game, no secret, every game, every home team there's always an assault on referee, every home team, but that doesn't happen like that anymore.
Also,
get time where they follow. Why I said this, get time where they follow MFM, walk up and down. You go anywhere. MFM na Lagos na again now. They relegation now.
Okay.
After this man baptized become Rangers.
Also, if you turn on a car, the car should come on. The fact that the car comes on isn't a reason for you to start dancing and clapping for the car. That's what you're doing in this scenario.
John,
how do you call a 3-4% improvement in our performance in the league a notable event that should be clapped for or celebrated?
John, I'm not saying
something that shouldn't be happening in the first place is not happening, and is not considered something worth celebrating. It's a misnomer,
something that shouldn't be happening in the first place.
It's now no longer happening. It shouldn't be celebrated, man.
Every team goes on to do it. It becomes a norm for those teams until bodies in place come and curbs it. They stop it. Then you see that only one team, or perhaps in the whole of 2 seasons, you only hear the incident of just 2 teams that felt it for. Now something. Then again the style of play. Pattern of plays has improved.
Now something relative to what, man?
Relative to every game, every home game. Assaults they on referee. Relative to every home game, people they invest in field.
But let's say we need to improve the NPFL somehow. This kind of thing that happened with KANO Pillars shouldn't be happening in our league, at least in 2025. We shouldn't be hearing. When I saw that incident, I was like surprised. Like I said, I would bring out the whole day to talk about, like a few minutes talk about it, because we need to people need to know what is happening in our NPFL. People need to understand. On this show, I said I'm going to bring that time to talk about the NPFL because it's our own. We need to improve. If you don't talk about it, nobody will talk about it. We cannot be always talking about Chelsea, Arsenal, and Manchester and Real Madrid. Sometimes talk about what's happening in our local league so that people will understand if they are improving. Because people don't even know if there's sometimes I go to the stadium to watch Rangers International and I'll see maybe 50 persons there or maybe 100 persons there in the whole field.
And the worst part is they're not even looking at the game.
And they're on their phone watching another game somewhere. So it's somehow we need somehow improve our league. We need sponsors. Part of the sponsors is that we need to cut out all these crowd invasion and attacking of referees and all that. Improve. That's why I always feel that things like national television should partner with them and do all the games.
Before they used to televise NPFL.
Godwin, the only way to make sure this league improves is to raise the floor. when you raise the floor, every other team rises to match that
So
energy.
if they don't meet and make
So if you raise the floor and you say that we are not going to allow this, we are not going to allow this in our league, we are not going to allow this standard, raise the standards, man. The standards are so low right now, man. We need to raise the standards and let there be punitive measures.
Okay, but let's see. Hopefully, we're going to hopefully in our own lifetime, we'll see our MPFL be like the English Premier League. Maybe, hopefully, in our own lifetime, before I die in this life, I'm going to see the MPFL be like the EPL. So we'll sit down and share our own.
Instead of going to pay and watch
EPL.
EPL. I asked now for you.
People will come here and watch us.
What we need is a technocrat leading the MPFL. That's what we need. Somebody who knows the business side of this game. Somebody who knows the system, not just from watching it across the TV, but from building in within a system that works.
I believe too that generally, everything, if Nigeria improves generally in our economy, in our politics, in everything, football will, because part of the thing that is affecting us in the football is still politics. They are still playing politics with it. Somebody told me something. If you put somebody that knows the job, people working with him will not allow him to do the job.
It's not about people working with him to do the job. We have countries in the world, in South America, that their economies are nothing to write home about, but their local league is the biggest export from the country. Their local league is the biggest contributor to the GDP. So you can be in a terrible economy, like some people will say, and you can still produce an MPFL that's one of the best in Africa. You can produce it, not necessarily because you have, let me say, you need to have the right leader first.
Well, until then, okay, tomorrow we'll come back and talk about the league, the features of this weekend's league in the MPFL. But we also want to talk about generally about MPFL, the referee, the fines, and the improvement of the MPFL. Hopefully, we are going to do better. Okay, let's move away from Nigeria and talk something else. Let's move to Europe first. The young Barcelona have signed a new contract in Barcelona. He is going to stay there till 2030. He signed a new contract. 2029, he signed a new contract. So he's going to be here for many. I think he reduced his wages. Part of the thing that they were talking about, his wages and all that. He's part of the thing that was earning higher. But I think it's good thing for them to commit him. He wants to stay at Barcelona and he signed a new contract. Good for him and good for Barcelona too.
Yeah, good for him. I think more good for Barcelona, because if they had gotten what they were wishing for, they'll be worse off without him. Let's not avoid that fact. There was a certain time when they were pressuring him to leave to go to Manchester United, and he said
they needed to sell.
They needed to sell,
and the wages was high. His wages was high too.
But look at the team now; it's one of their best players in the midfield.
For example, see what he said when he was. I said I won't comment on my salary
because
many fake news were shared about this in recent years. Yeah, he was one of the highest, and they told him to reduce his salary. If not, he had to leave. But I think they worked out something, and now he's just signed a new contract.
See, if you want to sell player, you go reduce the price of the player now. You want to sell him to Manchester United. You have to take it. At some point, they were demanding 70, 80 million. And you want to sell him off. You want him off your books. You reduce it to 50. And
no, but even at that, the money wasn't the problem. At a certain point, that Manchester United were ready to pay that much because Eric Ten Hag needed him in his side. But the player was the one that said he didn't want to move.
He wants to stay at Barcelona. Yes.
Wait, first of all, if the price tag was dropped, you definitely should persuade him to leave. But again, player wants to stay in Barcelona. It's one thing you want to play for a team. It's one thing to reach an agreement. You get, and this guy has done so well in Barcelona. In short, in that midfield, without anytime he's not around, he's like the other guy that makes the midfield think. Anytime he's not around, Pedri does the job. No doubt about it. This in the recent years, Pedri does the job. But you will still see that this guy is missing. I think in some games last season where he was not available, it was off form. And people were like, we don't need him. Barcelona fans especially were like, we don't need him, this, that. In no day, Pedri, they win match 2-0, 2-1. As he come, match they go 4-0, 5. Then you know that, okay, fine. Because of that, you see that because of his impact, you could go on and attack and score your goals as much as you can. But without the fear of the opposition coming into attack you. So it's that control in midfield for them, for Barcelona. I think his presence in Barcelona, he knows. Yeah, Deco knows. The board knows. Everybody knows that if this guy leaves, there's a problem with that midfield.
He signed a new contract, so he's going to stay there to 2029. So congratulations to both him and Barcelona. There is a rumor that Harry Kane wants to come back to England quickly before we move out to the Golden Ball list.
The
He's going to come back. I think he has a shot to break that Alan Shearer's record.
Yes.
But
in his
he
statement,
needed to win a trophy, so he went to Bayern Munich, make he collect trophy.
but he don't sign new contract.
If he can win a Champions League this season with Bayern Munich,
Mhm.
I think he wants to come back to England, because if he plays for England maybe 3 seasons, I think it's about 70 goals behind Alan Shearer, something like that. If he plays 3 seasons, he can break it.
You know, in his interview, I think last month or a month before now,
Harry Kane is a good player.
Now, no doubt about it. But he said when he first arrived at Bayern Munich, there was no doubt he was planning on coming back to England. But now that he's settled in, he's seen the place, he's been treated like a family. Any thought of coming back to England has died down.
for now.
So which means he still has many things to prove. He still has records in Germany to break.
He still has trophies to win.
Yeah,
Bro.
So
Leaving Bayern now, I wanted to say FCB, I would have been right though.
FCB,
But leaving FCB now, Bayern in particular, to go back to the EPL, and you are not going to the big 4 or the big 2. Bro,
nah,
you don't settle for life. No more
Highest
trophies.
goal scorer in the Premier League is Alan Shearer with 260 goals. Harry Kane has 213 goals. That is less than 50 goals. That's less than 50
Of
goals.
which we know that if he comes back
Two
tomorrow
seasons
now,
now,
2 seasons, it's all soft.
2 seasons don't
But I think if he come, he go clear.
you go clear
He
him.
go
No be
clear
Harry
am
Kane
now,
again.
no be Harry Kane.
Harry Kane again. He will come now, defender will call Holland.
He don't go hold am. He
Yeah,
don't
that's-
do anything.
And
I think
also,
it's one of
one
the,
is let him win as much
mis-
as he can win
yeah, the
at
mistake he
Bayern
made,
and
he
then
made
come
just
back.
moved to any bigger club. Manchester City, even Manchester United would have been better. Would have been better if
I
he had
disagree.
moved.
Oh.
But
In your opinion,
if you have moved, probably let's say you have moved to City, there's
Thank
no
you.
reason for
or
him to move.
United.
There's no reason for him to move to maybe Bayern Munich, because probably
Yes.
has won the Premier League and maybe
6
won the
Premier
Champions
Leagues
League.
by now.
Won the Champions League. So it is interesting. So we will see what if he's going to come back. But for me, I think he should probably, if he can win the Champions League with Bayern League this year or next year, he's going to be at 3 next year. So he's still quite. And if you look at him, it's not like he's not playing as if he's 32 years old now. He's still playing as if he's still 27 years old. The Harry Kane we met in England, he's a good player. He has 213 Premier League goals. Alan Shearer has 206, just less than 50 goals for him. About 43. 47 goals for him
goals.
to. I think
Plus or minus.
2 seasons can do it. 2020, bam. My guy can.
done.
Yeah, Ghana can do it. But I think he's going to come back. But
He's
the
not going to
rumors.
do it in 2 seasons. So.
Okay, 3 seasons. Okay, let's leave
He's
3
going to
seasons.
do it in 2.
3 seasons he's going to break it.
Probably.
The most important part of that factor is going to be the club. The club is going to be the determining factor, because if he goes to a team like Spurs that will make him the face of the project and feed him the ball, he's going to do it. Well, if he goes to people that are playing modern football in the red side of Manchester, we can't tell.
Okay, let's see if he's going to come back. But the rumors is that he wants to come back and break that record. I think he should come back and break that. He has won the trophy that he wants to win, and this season he's going to win it again. That back-to-back league titles. He's going to fight for other trophies like the Champions League.
Even the Jusha Pokal as well.
If he can win it, I think she should probably come back and try and break it. 50 goals is just easy for him. He can do it in 3 seasons. If he start playing at 33, before 37 years, he don't break him. He's going to be good. He will become the highest goal
And
scorer.
add some things on top.
Yeah, the highest goal scorer of the English Premier League.
Because Haaland is breathing down his neck.
Okay, let's talk about the Golden Ball. Johnny, you have to give us the list of all these people in this Golden Ball. And I think when John will give us the list of the people that the Golden Ball list. The only thing there is Jamal is not there. That is just.
People sabi.
That is not that. It's FIFA Golden Ball.
Sabi.
Yamal is not there. That's the only talking point there. But we have an interesting list here in this Golden Ball. But I don't know why they didn't put Yamal. But it's interesting. Okay, John, give us the list of the players that made the 25 list Golden Ball. I think Due is here. Euro is there too. But why do you think they didn't put Yamal? That's the thing.
I think they are moving him on to the
main point. He has to make the top 3.
The mature guys.
He has to make the top 3 of. But he can win the Golden Ball and win the Ballon
Okay, wait. I have the names here now. So let's go over the list. Topping the list is Paul Kubasi of FCB, followed by Dean Huijsen of Real Madrid and Adagula of Real Madrid, as well as Franco Mastantuono of Real Madrid. Then for the Paris Saint-Germain contingent, you have Desire Due, Warren Zaire Emery, Seni Mayulu. Wetin Mayulu dey find here?
Champions League final now. You dey want Champions
We
League final.
coming
Enter
down.
a sub score goal. You.
We coming down.
No. Don't tell me that. Continue with the list, please.
Then you have Juventus, Skinner and Yildiz on that list. For Arsenal, you have Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis Kelly
Thank you.
on the list. Then for Chelsea, you have Jorel Hato, How, and then you
for
now
Ajax
have
last
Ajax,
season.
yeah.
For Ajax last
Estevao, Chelsea as well.
season.
Then for Tottenham Hotspurs, you have Lucas
Bergvall.
Bergvall and Archie Gray. For Sporting
Gray?
Lisbon, you have Giovanni Kenda, and you also have Manchester United, Lenny Yoro. For City, you have Nico Orelli. Just give it to him already.
And
Then
down.
for
With the bench.
Borussia-
Bench warmer.
For Borussia Dortmund.
Then for Borussia Dortmund, you have Joe Bellingham, Jude's younger brother. At Inter Milan, you have Francesco Pio Esposito. And for
Young boy.
FC Porto, you have Rodrigo Mora and Victor Froholt. For Liverpool, Giovanni Leone. And then for Club Brugge, you have Alexander Stankovic. Then for Bayern Leverkusen, you have Elise Ben-Sekir. And for Strasbourg, finally, you have Mamadou Sarr.
So yeah, fantastic list. But the only thing everybody's talking about, Yamal did not make the list, and everybody was okay. He's probably going to win, make it to the top 3 of the FIFA best. But maybe he might win it. This one they didn't put in here, but he's supposed to be here. It doesn't matter if he's going, even if he's going to win the FIFA best.
You know, it depends on who is submitting these names. Because you look at all of last season now. You look at all of last season. I want to know how many inputs Archie Gray and the other guy from Man City put in the competition in all round.
You know what
These two players.
You know why I like
this
this?
Archie Gray guy and O'Reilly.
You know why I like this FIFA list? I like it because it's fans, captains, and coaches and journalists are voting.
So
it's not necessarily.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not necessarily just
you know,
journalists.
you can also in bias put your player there, because if you look at Archie Gray last season, he did a good job at Tottenham Hotspur. No doubt about it. He did a good job. But again, he wasn't that fantastic, better than Bergvall. Lucas Bergvall was one of those players I would hit my hand in my chest and say, yes, he is him. In midfield, you see his input whenever he's in the team. When you say, okay, Bissouma is not available, the other guy is not available, Sa is not available, you see him in that midfield, holding on the midfield. Even when this guy is not available, Madison, there's still this room of, okay, Kulusevski, come and play.
This one, you're campaigning for this guy.
When the guy good, you don't say the guy good.
You want me to win a campaign? Don't start campaign already.
Campaign.
They don't even start voting on the
I
campaign.
scout my players.
But again, there are better players there now.
No, I'm just saying he's okay.
Nah.
He's okay in that list.
If you
Than
look at
that
that
Archie Gray.
Please, number 1 on this list should be Due.
Do it.
Yeah, Due should win it though.
Even when they dig up for Ballon d'Or, he's supposed to win that Ballon d'Or Young Player of the Year.
No, Yamal won it.
Now they thought they give Yamal. If they're supposed to give Due, winning everything that crossed his path.
I think that the difference was Yamal was the starter at some point. Due wasn't the starter at some point.
But his numbers were up. His numbers were speaking volume.
For me, Godwin, the top 3 picks on this.
Yes, that's what I want to ask now. What's your top
this
3?
top this list, top 3 picks has to be number 1, Due, and secondly, you have to put Adagula there. I don't care how.
Yeah, Gula should be there.
You just have to put Adagula. That's Gula. Secondly, for my third pick now is going to be a tough one, but I'm going to go with Dean Huijsen.
Oh, he didn't put Manchester City. Thank God. Okay.
Now,
Dean Huijsen.
Okay.
But
Kubasi
already is
Even
a close
Kubasi-
fault.
Kuba-
Yes,
Kubasi is good.
Kubasi, yes.
Kubasi is
If
good.
we're having 5, Huijsen will be there, Kubasi will be there,
now
and O'Reilly will be there.
let's go with my pick. Let's say my pick that is this strange. We're talking about defensive capabilities, and everybody's talking about Dean Huijsen and Kubasi. Why Lenny Yoro was stopping shots with his head. If you remember the highlights, he was stopping shots with his head. Like, he was making proper tackles.
Bro, how do you
wait.
move from?
No, now you want to, if you're putting defenders in your top 3, you should be putting this guy that had a better defensive record.
With defensive record.
Check his record.
How many
One
months
v
in
one,
there?
now 1v1,
Availability.
How many?
Now,
how
one
many
v one.
Availability
how
4
many
over
times
10.
Then Dean Huijsen.
started?
Now they start for Bournemouth. Because now Bournemouth record now.
Kubasi started for Barcelona.
Thank you.
1v1 when they score up and
But
down.
he started.
It started. Simple.
This guy was starting for Manchester United.
How many times?
You know, concern me. You know, concern me. It was starting for Manchester United because you're calling me defensive numbers now. I'm looking at the number that is good, a very wonderful number. So I'm taking all those defenders I want to put.
That's why people are saying that you are a Manchester United.
Thank
fan.
you. Thank you.
So all those defenders
Thank you.
yes.
We
yeah,
can
no
see it.
I'm a Manchester United true born. That's
We're
what I'm
saying something about Harry Kane now coming when he wanted to go to the he said, no,
Manchester
United.
No
You
wahala.
cannot hide yourself.
I'll not hide myself.
See,
Yes, I'm wearing red.
Euro should not be on this list by any Euro Archigray should not be on this list by any measure at all.
Then
whatsoever.
O'Reilly go come to the list.
Already played in Champions League, yes.
O'Reilly.
Already played in the Premier League, yes.
Leave those people are calling. You talked about your top three. You
I
say
didn't tell you people
no,
were even there.
my top three.
Our top three is what?
I just defended the honor of the young man. He's not in my top 5. You get? But again, the noising.
Thank
For what
you.
he did at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
But don't call Kubasi. You know, he didn't do.
Oga backward.
The noising should be my top 5.
Okay.
If you're talking about top 5.
Mm.
Mayulu. He did.
Mm.
Lucas Beckville. Desire Dure.
3 now.
That's 4.
Okay. Last
It's
one.
a top 5 now.
Last
It's a
one.
top 5. Joby Bellingham.
Okay, let's take phone calls and get your own contribution about all these things we are talking about: the NPFL, the fines, the golden ball list, 25-man list. Let's get your own contribution. The number to call is 0706-048-5853. Yeah, hello, good morning. Okay, you can call us and give us your own contribution about all these things we are talking about. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
Good
morning to you.
Good morning.
Your contribution.
First of all, Lamine Yamal cannot make this game.
Mm. Yes.
Yes, means it twice. It's true. Yeah, I remember. I remember that rule. Yes.
Yeah.
It's in Ballon d'Or that you can come back and win again. Yes.
So that is clear, not because it's him or anything. That is the rule.
Even that is not him.
I just want to talk about the NPFL.
Continue.
Thank you.
I know I don't follow the NPFL that much, even in African football.
That's the problem. We don't follow. That's why we want to start talking about it.
I still believe in it. And I also have journalists who follow African football and Nigeria leagues in there. And I also listen to them. And I also discuss with them. I told them that the one thing I want first in NPFL is make it be on tele.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yes, let it be on tele. And let it be that we are not watching. This is on tele. I will watch. That was really what I said. Yes. If I can use on my television and I will see. Sometimes in certain television, we see South African league and some of that.
And Zambia League, Zimbabwe League, Z.
If you can go and watch our friends in Delta or other Oliko,
Mm-hmm.
to watch them.
Yeah.
But the thing is that most we go to is start on time and want to watch them. I can't watch a club from Benue, club from Lagos, that is enough stress.
It's true.
They have not consumed in that aspect. If the organizers, the management companies, or how do they call them? I don't know who is the chairman now, but I think he's doing his bit in some of the rules, trying to upgrade it and all that. Lovable. But let them first of all bring it to television. And then the officiating. I think I agree with Nonso as the officiating is getting better. Because the bad news we always see, I think it's getting better. They are more away with these days. The team can comfortably get away and win their match and no quarrel. Maybe in 2 years we hear one, just like Nonso said. I think it's an improvement. Unlike before, who must win?
Who must win? Or draw. Who?
Just let them step win. But these days now, I will count. Those are in the mud. I think that is a big improvement. But first, let them put it on tele. I don't know why it's too difficult for them to do that. Maybe lack of sponsors and it's a good amount of money for them to cover. But let them try and do it.
Our national television was watching it. We were watching it.
If this is on tele, you know we can also witness what happened. But because it's not, we cannot even see proper things apart from the report we got from those who are there.
Yeah.
About some certain things.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know the whole world are watching.
Yes, it's true. It's true. Yes. Yes. If they know, yeah, it's true.
I can tell you who man you sign, who man did not sign.
It's true.
But if you talk about the NPFL, we will not close. But I think they have a lot to
Okay.
Supported.
How much are they paying? How his contract? All these things are hidden.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, on our YouTube channel, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Before I read some of the comments on our YouTube channel, let's take more calls. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
I wish this is Alex Corridor.
Okay,
Mhm.
I think Amadou mentioned to me when he was the president. I think he signed contract with MTN, Jebu, and all sorts of everything.
you don't
What
see.
happened to this contract?
Now me they ask. Hello. Hello. That's why. See, the thing about contract is that if you
They
breach
have
contract,
duration, yes.
if they have duration, number one. If you breach contract, they can cancel the
Yes.
contract. So there are a lot of things can happen
I
in the
think at some
contract.
point, Abijabu was allegedly accused of match fixing and all of that. So they had to.
We are not ready to grow. Just like this guy was just saying now. We are not ready to grow. You know, say we are all enjoying the Premier League. We come and see pictures.
Highlights.
Thank you.
But not the case, we don't even share for our own. Well, how can the league improve? This is one of the things. It's not that this is the only thing. This is one of the things. But I think we are not yet there. Please, I heard people were talking about KANO. I think they should be reduced about 15 points.
Thank you.
For them, yes, let me say this, for them to actually learn, because if people can remember for the previous season,
They did it.
some KANO pillars,
Yes.
some KANO pillars that we have been, and these are the people that get violence almost every season. I don't know if people can remember some KANO pillars, and at this moment, I think the person that is at the end of affairs should be held responsible. I'm talking about Adel, that is somebody that we know. He has gone to the most of the top European teams. He has come to England here. He has been in Moscow. And all these things now, as if they have all those places that have been playing, why must he be at the end of affairs and this thing will be occurring? So,
It's sad.
Alex.
All these things. We should be related 15 or more points. Because all this one they will come and find them. You all know that they have the money.
It's not working, yes?
Doesn't make sense.
Thank you.
20 points, I just agree with John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I think so too.
Let's address the issue of Ahmed Musa. He was a player last season. You get, and he came in as manager. So he cannot control what happens with the players and also the things that happen with the fans.
Okay, but let's
Even
But
if you're
only have a
manager for
meeting.
a day, you should be able to control.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
The man that caused mine.
Okay, your contribution.
Honestly, Caterpillars, they are really messing up. Their fans are really messing up. It's becoming something, it's becoming too childish.
Like every season, like.
For real.
For me, they deserve a 6-point deduction. 6-point deduction. And they did that caption and they are making them to go and play at now. It's even too close.
It's close.
They them to like West or East.
Thank you.
The pressure. This is getting too much now.
It's too much fun now.
Football should be a thing of love. If you lose, you accept. If you win,
You rejoice.
You rejoice. That's how it should be.
And if you lose or if you draw, go as a group, plan yourself again and continue playing for what is up.
Simple.
Because this is football. This is football. It's not, we are just brothers. If you take the teams out there, they will have outside people, they will have Yoruba, they will have Igbo. They're all playing for the same thing. And if you actually enjoy your own brother playing for another, you will not understand the content until you get to know that you actually enjoy your own brother. So it's not good.
It's not good.
For this FIFA whatever FIFA
golden ball, yeah.
I'm trying to let me say the first person that should be there is very good.
Okay, yes.
Yes, supported.
Adagula did bench last season, no?
Okay, thank you very much.
Adagula and the mistake of Fasla. The mistake is because towards the end, started messing up, yes, but last season was fantastic.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Okay. All right, thank you very much. Okay.
You know, you talked about the matches he played. How many did Agagula play? That I didn't put him in my own.
Okay. Let's see. Let's take
It was
another
mostly a bench
call.
last season.
Another call before we read comments on our YouTube channel. Yeah, hello. Good morning. Good morning to you. Name and location, please. Pedro.
Welcome.
Fine. Your contribution.
Please, first of all, I want to ask who is the left back for Real Madrid, current left back of Real Madrid now?
They have
Current left back,
they have
Garcia.
Garcia. They have that guy they sport from Benfica too.
Garcia is there.
Carreras is there too.
Yes.
Yes.
Calling Fernandez.
Okay, the one that I think the one that you have said, what is the name of that?
Golden ball.
Golden boy.
Golden boy.
I think this guy should win it, Bacola of PSG should win it. You have something like that.
Bacola.
Bacola no dey here.
Bacola no even make the list.
Do it.
Desire do
Do
it.
it.
They do it.
And Bacola will not make list.
Bacola don't go past this one.
All right.
I don't think Bacola is still a young player.
Mm.
Okay.
I think he won it because he won the contest.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to our YouTube channel to read some of the comments here. Yeah, I was talking about Yamal, but I forgot that Yamal won it last year. If you win, you can only win it once. You cannot win it back to back. So Yamal has won it. That's why he's not in this league. I forgot that. I was trying to remember who won the Golden Boy last season. That's why I was surprised that he didn't make this list. Okay, let's take another call. Yeah, hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning to you. Name and location, please.
Good morning, Prince from Maryland.
Okay, Prince,
Welcome.
your contribution. Welcome, Prince.
Okay, I want to ask John something. You, John.
Yes.
Waiting on Ryan did.
He never.
No. You see,
Do you know how many matches you played for
He is not.
Manchester United last season?
Wait.
Already had a breakout season, man. What are you saying?
Nearly Euro. If you're cutting best defenders in England,
Mm.
put him there. At his age, defenders at his age in England, English football now, you put him. If you don't want to be sentimental, you are going to.
Na propaganda be that one. Oh.
Listen, look at how play. It's all the short bench.
Okay, nah.
Okay.
You see, I don't know what is. If you come to Nigeria football, I said it earlier. Nigeria doesn't value football. Since the day if Nigeria start valuing football, that was when we are going to change in our football. We don't value football. We don't value not only for sports. We don't. At all, we don't value them. How can we be fighting all the time? We're supposed to demote those canopilas now.
For me, the
For real. It's
supposed to demote them, man.
All right, thank you. We'll talk about it. Thank you very much.
It's such a tragedy because they are one of the big teams in the NPFL. But
Okay, finally on our YouTube channel, Pastor Chris Nnamdi is here. Say good morning, guys. Good morning, my people. So you people can discuss the Nigerian league like this
Every
because
Friday.
no club football.
Come on.
I wish it to be like this all the time. Okay, as I promised on this show, every Friday we decided to talk about it on Thursday because of Kano Pillars fine. But every Friday now we are going to talk about NPFL and what is happening in NPFL, if they are improving or not. Every Friday the features and others. So Fridays we are going to be talking about NPFL. I promise, and I'm going to keep it. Okay, saying by weekend, John and Nonso will use argument to finish time. We're supposed to talk about other news and matter. Okay. It's okay. Yama wasn't there because he has won it before. Yes, as I mentioned before. Okay, Mark Wachuku is here. Welcome to the show. Mark Wachuku said there is nothing to discuss about Nigerian league. Since one particular set of people took over the NFF, it has been waste of time discussing the NPFL. Oh well. He said it doesn't matter what the Eagles will play. Nigeria will never qualify for the World Cup. QED. I don't know what Nigeria did to you, Mark Wachuku, but I understand. Okay, I have new persons here. Somalia, 1995. Welcome to the show. I really love your show. Thank you very, very much. And remember, guys, to subscribe to our channel. David the Code. David, welcome to show. Say, I'm new here. Feels good to finally see you guys. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you, David.
David.
Thank
David
you,
and
David.
Somalia, please remember to click the subscribe button. Subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us on today's show. And Yomi Handsome, he say, good morning, guys. You guys are doing a great job. I know Arsenal won't last long on the table. It's part of their style not to hold to the end. Our ego should really take these players seriously. Thank you very much for all
Valid
the
points.
comments on our YouTube channel. Please, if you have not subscribed, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Even if you are listening to me, go to our channel and subscribe now.
Subscribe, please.
Support our ministry.
And like the video, please.
Thank you everyone that joined us on today's show. Tomorrow we'll come back and talk about more other sports news that happen everywhere around the world and give you the features of the NPFL that's going to happen throughout the weekend. Thank you for joining us on today's show. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.
Enugu, and welcome to Vote 104.3
Please, Somalia, subscribe.
The Voltage.
Subscribe,
Make una beg,
I
subscribe
beg,
now.
I beg.